Hi guys, I'm here to show you guys how I change my bag. First I'm going to start with showing you guys all the supplies I set out. Over here are all of my supplies. I have my wafer. I use a convex, so I use the number 14803 on my wafer. I have my bags. I use 12803 in the opaque. It's a 9-inch bag. And I do still use the clip, so I have a clip. I do like the Adapt lubricating deodorant, so I have one of those to put in there. I do use the stoma powder right now because the skin around my stoma is still pretty raw. I still keep the back side of my wafer for when I am measuring out to cut my wafer. This is the barrier film. This is kind of like a lollipop looking barrier film. This is to kind of do the crusting for me. It's easier to do when I don't have my husband's help to do the crusting. A lot of people get these. They're called Safe and Simple No Barrier or No Sting Skin Barrier Film, and he usually uses these, but he just squeezes the moisture out, but it's kind of hard when you're standing to squeeze the moisture and get it underneath. I also use the sting-free adhesive remover from SensiCare. I usually use 2 of these. I'm kind of compulsive about removing all of the adhesive around, and I also use this to mark my wafer with that still. Eventually I'll probably get used to without marking it. I also use the Adapt ring. I only use half a ring, so usually I just take the ring out, cut it in half, but there's 2 halves in this one that are already cut, so I don't have to do that with this. But scissors and garbage bag. I'm actually just going to open this up now since I have it. I usually open it up, get it all the way, wrinkle it all the way to the bottom, so and then I put it in the sink. That way, if something slops somewhere, it's not a big deal. I usually have a couple paper towels. I wet 1 down or 2 down, and then I usually have a couple wads of toilet paper just to grab in case, and it's really handy and quick instead of trying to unroll it with 1 hand. And then a towel to kind of tuck into your pants. That way, you know, if you have any output, it's not going directly onto your clothes. And I also recommend wearing something that you don't really care about getting dirty in case that does happen. I would move any carpets you have on your floor and doing it something on a linoleum floor, not on a carpet. And a lot of people will either tuck their shirts in, but I just found that a hair tie works. I just tie my shirt, I just bunch up my shirt, and I kind of wrap the hair tie around twice, and then I tuck the shirt under, and that works for me. That way it's out of the way, and it's not going to fall down and out of being tucked in anything. And then I will tuck the towel in. Sometimes it stays, sometimes it doesn't. And these are pants, I really don't care if they get dirty. My 7-year-old is standing behind my husband, the cameraman, watching. So if you hear any noise behind, that's my daughter. So I'm gonna wet one of these down and just wring it out so it's not overly wet. You just want it damp so you can wipe the area around. And then you just kind of keep that handy. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this and I'm going to clip it off now, and I'm going to put the adhesive, or not the adhesive, but the lubricating deodorant in it now so it's all ready to go. So you just clip off the end of the bag like that. Make sure it's clipped well, and then you just tear off the top and then squeeze it into the bag. I really like the 9-inch bags, and I'm still using the clip bags because the lock and roll bags, your choices are a 9-inch bag or a 12-inch bag, and the 12-inch bags just seem to hit me too low on the leg and bug me, even with the lock and roll. It bites into my leg in a certain area and it's just really uncomfortable, and these seem to just hit in an area where it doesn't bother me. So I just take this and I set it aside. I set it with this side facing up so the lubricating deodorant stuff doesn't leak out. And then open up my wafer. And get out the old piece of plastic from the back, and I measure it. And I have a piece that goes out right here because of my belly button. So it kind of goes right here. And you don't want it to go into your belly button because it will affect the seal of the adhesive right here. So you want to make sure that you cut around that, around your belly button, because you don't want it tucked into your belly button, not to mention it probably would be really uncomfortable. So take my little pen that they sent home with me. Oops, the lid doesn't stick on there. And I trace right there, and then I trace inside. So I have my little lines on my wafer right now. Go ahead and start cutting. And if you overcut, don't be worried. You can always grab another one and start again. And if people aren't sure what the convex is, it's where the seal sits in. It sinks in more onto your skin, and it versus it being flush, it's kind of, I don't know if you can see how it kind of pops out a little bit right there. So it kind of pushes my stoma up and away. I have the type of tummy that I was had a couple kids, so my stoma does kind of sit into that area where that little pocket where I've had my kids. So this convex seal actually helps push it out a little bit and helps that seal form a lot better, so I don't have any leaks. Knock on wood, I haven't had any yet, so I've been really lucky with that. And I just kind of cut with to what I was last time. I haven't gotten any smaller from the last time. Last couple changes I've done, I've stayed pretty much the same. Oh, there is my cut. I'm going to put that there. And now I'm going to open up my adhesive remover. And that's where I'm going to kind of get all this stuff, this paper stuff, kind of handy. So and when you throw this away, if you have the clip, you might want to keep the clip. It's kind of nice having extra clips. So it's really stuck on there. So I start peeling away. Find a corner that you can start peeling the clip. I would make sure when you throw it away to take the clip off before you completely bury the bag. That way you still have the clip. But when you find a corner you can start peeling off, you start peeling the adhesive away. You want to make sure to push your skin away from the adhesive, not pull the adhesive away from your skin, because it's going to cause more irritation. But I usually just follow along as I'm pushing my skin away. I push it away with the adhesive remover, and that actually helps pull the, helps break down the adhesive, and it causes less irritation on your skin as you're doing this. You can see my skin gets kind of red, but it actually really isn't bothering my skin too much. And I usually kind of run this along to remove the adhesive that's left behind, because it drives me nuts.